Hello Tomfallers, and today I am going to do a thing a bit like the final war toga, but this will be a special one for 3 characters. For apology for how long I took to think of this video. I mean, either way, so today we're gonna be doing Jiro, Prosper Shoto, and then Final War Dabi. Or Flame of Death Dabi? Yeah. So, we'll start with Jiro. Basic support. She'll be working like Nedure a bit. But, a bit like a mixture of Nedure and Nagan. Alpha lets her shoot a sound wave that doesn't go through walls, basically. But does deal good damage. Has 10 shots at level 9. Heals allies like Lady Nagant's bullets, where it damages shield and health. And basically it's a sound wave that she just shoots out. Beta doesn't go through walls like normal, but here's how it works. It sends out a sound wave that deals damage to opponents or does a short stun. Basically like a strike Prison Mike's beta, but it also heals allies and gives them a speed boost when she does the short thing, but for the long thing it heals GP instead of HP. So basically short one that does stuns heals health and gives you a movement boost, but you only get one. But when it does the long thing, it will just heal GP, still making you vulnerable to like a strike Shigaraki scammer. So it makes it more of a risk to play. Gamma is what her basic move is. It's like Ibara's Gamma, where she grabs you, but instead of healing herself, she just damages the enemy. Basically giving her more like, it's just like Ibara's Gamma before the lifesteal. And special action is a bar. You know that 100% bar, and it just tracks where opponents are, and then they become more weakened by they'll be just revealed, and she gets 2 gammas. Quick break, how are you? And please tell me if you're having a good day or a bad day, and I'll try and cheer you up. The comment section. Yes. Now onto Frostburst Shoto, which will be Assault. These are predictions either way. Alpha is Fire Beam, where he just basically shoots a wave of fire. And it's a percentage bar like Strike Endeavors. And Beta is Icicle Spear, which has 2 shots, but it freezes. Instead of doing a hit and then burn, it's a hit and freeze. But depending on how you feel. So the flame. This doesn't go through walls, but deals good damage. Doesn't do anything to allies. This one could hit you through walls if you do a charged version of it. Basically, wastes 2 of your ammo and freezes the opponent for much longer, but it takes a longer charge. Gamma is that special move that he does in the final war. Doesn't go through walls, making you safe. Only one on this. but a very long cooldown. When it hits an opponent, it does freeze and burn, but you can't damage him after damage your opponent after freeze. Does nothing for allies. Special action is enhance thing. You know where he starts activating the fire and ice on his chest, basically boosting his moves. So now Alpha basically gets a buff where it can go through the wall a little bit. So basically, the bigger the wall, the less of it's going through. Yeah, basically like Shigaraki's Gamma, but weaker when boost. Beta, now it's fully charged and only wastes 1 ammo, but now it doesn't go through walls. Basically, I'm still trying to give advantages here. And Gamma lets out a big burst that doesn't go through walls, but still can just only burns the opponents and gives a slowing effect. And it's a percentage for a special. And final war Dabby, I'm making him assault because I'm doing a Todoroki themed. You know how they all have the same thing except assault like Endeavor. Now Alpha is a flame burst attack where he throws flame spears, which he will have 4 of, that will explode in blue flames. Beta is a fiery explosion. And basically, he basically sets up, not a fiery explosion, a fiery wall. Oh yeah, Alpha doesn't go through walls. And it's basically a fire shield like Kendo, but instead, you can't lock through it because if you hit it, it's like a counter, like Mr. Compresses. Next, we're going on to Gamma, which will have super armor but can't go through walls. It's a tackle. You know, like what he does with Todoroki. He tackles him and then starts wailing on him. Yeah, it'll hit GP and HP. But if it's just HP, it'll do more damage because it's not shared between the two. And special action, which can still be used, he revives himself, or if you hold it for long enough, he can do a self-sacrifice, like strike Dabby's Gamma, where he explodes in flames. But if he's being hit, it doesn't count. He can still revive and have a fiery shield up for him, basically making him a bigger menace than his previous versions. That's it for today, and I'll see you around next time. Bye, lovely fans.